hello everyone and welcome back to this YouTube channel that I left abandoned for no over a year actually. And if you're wondering why I did that, um, I didn't disappear. I was still league racing, matter of fact, although I did not win another championship after
Kapil,
the
you're
one
telling
that
the
you saw in
IRCX
the
IRL
previous
thing was
video.
official?
And I mean, I did get pretty close to it. If you want to check it out, then
Simply YT present, sir.
the channel, well, of course, Indian Racing Community, where it was streamed. I will link it below, and if you can go back and check it out for yourself. I did plan on making videos even after that, but I just did not have access to a
Order
computer,
declined.
unfortunately. But well, here I am, back to making videos,
In
and indeed I will be making videos again.
in
I think they may or may not be quite
है
freaking. I mean, of course, this is
है
we are
दोनों है.
back in F2,
Faizan है speaker पे.
the F2 cars. I mean, I did mention the F2 cars a few videos ago, is what I can
है.
actually say. And this is yet again, of course, IRC Indian Racing
ताने
Community. You can check them out
ताने है
in
क्या
the
हाल
link
ताने
below. And
है.
yeah, I mean, this
है.
is a sort of a F2 mini championship. They're doing 4 rounds. This is, of course, the first round at Great Britain. And you guys will see what the calendar
नहीं है.
will be, the next
अर्जुन
race.
सेनापति भी
And
नहीं
the
है.
ones after that are quite a bit of a, let's just say,
Deadshot नहीं है,
interesting
अर्जुन
watch.
सेनापति भी नहीं है.
Definitely for you guys. It wasn't good for me because you will
BK19
see what
Manish is
happens. But yeah, this is actually going to be a 4-part series, and then after that, what will I be uploading? Because the unfortunate news here is I am on controller now. I was on wheel. You may or may not know I was on a wheel playing these games, but
BK नहीं है.
well, my wheel broke down, and
पता नहीं कोई
well, I can't
speed
claim
boat
warranty
नाम
on
का
it
कोई बंदा
anymore
है क्या? Kick
because
कर दो इसको.
its warranty has expired. But
मनीष
I
है,
live in
BK
India,
नहीं है,
if you
बोल दिया.
again may or may not know. So you can't really claim warranty for Thrustmaster wheels here
Still
because
sneeze
they
in
don't support them here. So I
SSJ
can't
in.
really do much about that.
है.
However, I am back on controller. There won't be
अरे
any
एक
league
ही.
racing videos, but I have been playing a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So you might see a couple of videos on that, or whatever else I decide to make videos on. But I really hope you guys support me on that because you may or may not see a lot of league racing content, but there certainly will be quite a bit of content for you guys to watch in the upcoming weeks and months. Hopefully, at least that is. Hopefully, I can find some content to upload for you guys. But do note, if I do upload stuff like Call of Duty or any other games, they won't be as high of a production quality as you might see on other YouTubers. It's just going to be what I could put together, perhaps funny search and destroy moments or something along those lines.
नहीं
But
रिजल्ट आएगा.
yeah, I'll
गुप्ता
see
को
what I can
निकालेगा
pull
और
off.
फिर-
But for now, you guys fear not, at least for the next couple of weeks or the next couple of days, because as I said, the F2 Mini Championship is what I will be uploading. So this is, of course, round one.
Heisenberg will join
And
Wolverine.
without further ado, actually, because this video could be quite a long one, let's quickly get onto the racing action. And let's quickly go on board to our fastest lap on the
Outlap
wet
hero लो भाई,
tires.
wets पे तो outlap hero.
Purely
Please,
because
outlaps.
it turned out that we only had
Exactly.
one
Then
set
you'll
of
have to
softs.
be sitting there for 25
And
minutes
since we were all
nothing.
doing this for the first time, we had no idea how long do the softs last, so we didn't want to waste them out because you can see the qualifying is actually pretty long. 30 minutes in total, and this is on board with 24 minutes still remaining. So we decided to do multiple laps on the wets. However, this is my fastest lap on the wet tires, so this is what I'll be showcasing. For now, don't worry, there's of course a soft tire run coming up quite quickly, but
think
I
soft
just want
पे
to
वो.
show you guys
Soft पे.
the challenges really of F2 and going into a format that you really don't quite know. And you can see while we are on a
Who's
lap,
fighting, man?
Steel Sneeze, you may or may not remember him,
Oh, Steel Sneeze. He's also
is
on top.
fighting us while also in the qualifying. He's on a hot lap here, and he is on softs. which
Will I have enough fuel?
is quite weird because, to be fair to him, he was not in our voice chat with us, so he had no idea. He later told us that he assumed that he would get multiple softs after he used the first set. However, of course, F2 being F2, that wasn't the case.
There's actually a
We
few
had
people
no
who
idea
are
such was
genuinely
the
on
case
top.
in the first place. But yeah, a few people experimented it luckily for us within the
Yeah,
first
not
minute or
in
so,
VC
and
people,
hence
not in
why
VC.
you can see we are struggling. The
Arey
tires,
yaar, it's
the
so-
wet tires actually don't get quite hot, at least on the tire crashes that I was running. They do not get quite hot.
Because
And
there's only one set for quali.
coming across the line now,
Only one set for quali. Why would you
we
waste
go
now?
up into P9 because everyone is on a wet tire with a 46.0. And now moving on to the lap.
Nikalte.
As you can see, going out on softs with only about a few minutes remaining. What I did in the middle, I can't lie, I don't remember because there was
होगा,
just
आराम से दो
20 plus minutes of absolutely nothing.
आराम से दो होगा.
So here you can
निकल
see
गया, निकल
coming
गया.
out on softs, and now of course I did one lap on the softs, but they were actually pretty good for 2 laps. And this is yet again we're showing you the fastest soft tire run here. I did of course improve to a 39.9, but everyone was on softs at this point, and you will be able to see if you keep an eye on the top left on the leaderboard, we will be falling down that order. We're already into P13. We are improving yet again, and yeah, do excuse the rough driving style compared to what you may or may not have seen before, because of yet again me not having my wheel. And I've been on controller for I'd say about 3 or 4 months now, but the last time I used the controller and was still quick with it was over 2 years ago on F1 2019, I believe it was. So yeah, I had no pace on controller, but I was confident enough to keep the car stable. And you can see we have lost a bit of time going through there, but coming into Maggots and Beckett's, a corner that is favored the wheel time game and game again, but we have still managed to take a pretty decent line out of this, sticking to the left turning on the DRS, get a pretty good exit out of there.
Again, I swear to God, if it's... Why are you blocking the line, man?
I say that because I had been blocked the lap before this, but regardless, coming in to the final corner, we haven't gained a lot of time. We're down at P15, we're getting a bit of dirty air from the car ahead, we won't be able to put the power down as efficiently. Let's see, coming across the final corner, now coming across the line, we are only P13. It is not a good result for us,
अरे क्वाली खत्म नहीं
for
हुआ, मैं छोड़
sure.
दिया controller.
And now you can see
Soft hearts.
this is the strategy, soft hards, and putting up the wings by 2 because we cannot change it in the race for whatever reason. 5 red lights. It's lights out, and away we go. Only the feature race, by the way. We move out to the right because we wanted to avoid a lot of collision. But everyone behind me ended up doing the same thing, so I decided to go anyways. That's already a spun out car. Is going a lot of battles here. That shot cutting across us, going into turn 2. Now we're making it 3 wide with Turbo Chuk and Heisenberg. Keep that name in your mind, and you can see a lot more collisions, and because of that we've had to give up a position again. Arjun Senapati, by the looks of it, was the reason for the collision. Heisenberg's gone off wide. Now we're going side by side almost with Heisenberg. Now we're definitely side by side with Heisenberg. We are sending it down the inside. Heisenberg gets blocked by Logesh, who was on his line right in front of him. Logesh and Turbochuk battling it out with Arjun Senapati. Logesh are going side by side. Arjun Senapati has a bit of contact and gets quite loose there. However, Heisenberg has stuck up behind us, and yet again, keep that name in your mind. He will be quite important later in the race. Arjun Senapati and Turbochuk going side by side, almost into Maggots and Beckett's.
Oh my God, 3
wide into Maggots and Beckett's. This cannot end well, or will it? Logesh getting held up quite a bit. Logesh being one of the fastest drivers here in IRC, being quite fast actually, despite being on controller. No assists, I believe. Very quick driver. And they are still battling here. And will there be any sort of contact, any sort of almost hitting the back of Turbochuk? And there's 2 cars who have spun out there. Turbochuk's gone off wide. Region's still ahead of
Great,
us
now there's
though.
4 cars.
Now we're going
Great,
round
now
the
there's 5
outside,
cars.
or at least trying to
Great.
go round the outside
Great.
of Turbochuk, but we failed to do so. Turbochuk has gone off wide. That's gonna cost him a bit of time. Will we be able to overtake Turbochuk here? It's possible. Will we be able to do it? No, just backing off. Turbochuk actually gone off wide. He's held up by the cross, and now that is us ahead. And now let's quickly move on, because nothing really happened in the middle over here. We were quite close with the cars up ahead, but nothing really happened for us there. Well, as you can see, Streeter
left.
2 laps after, Streeter has disconnected, so that's one free position for us. And just keep an eye out on the 2 cars ahead of you, because you're going to see what happens. And yeah, Streeter moves away, and that's one free position for us on with the DRS on the straight. I really like this straight.
Now
I like
everyone
the
has
nature of
DRS.
the
There's
straight.
going to be one long train of 22 cars.
One long train of 22 cars indeed, and that is I wouldn't call it the Hamilton corner, but I don't know what the corner is called, and that's Sir SSJ Assassin gone off wide. Remember his name as well for the end of the race, and you really want to remember that his name.
No.
And now going into the Hamilton Max Verstappen corner. Again, if you don't know, I'm pretty bad with
not a
corner
circle
names.
race.
That is us gaining 2 positions just like that. And that's 4 positions
Oh my
in
god.
just 2 sectors.
No
And
goals.
you can see, it's like we are getting close to people and they're parting away for us through them. And it's just, all of it is just opening up like a sea, going just a sector ahead. Keep an eye out on the 4 cars ahead. You can see 4 cars fighting pretty close to each
Exactly.
other.
Why are you fighting? Let
That
people go
is the
pit.
beauty of these F2 cars. They are able to follow up pretty close to each other, and the racing gets dumbed down to quite basic levels. And you can see, oh, there's a big collision, and we'll absolutely take it because we're not involved in it. And we are up into P7 despite backing out from the start, going down all the way to
We literally have to do nothing.
P15.
Everyone ahead of us is just falling.
And you can hear me saying everyone ahead of us is just falling, which is
Exactly. We have made no overtakes by pace, bro. Everyone's just crashed up.
exactly, everyone's just crashed out, had
Front tires
incidents
are
ahead of us, and
100
we have just
degrees.
opened up a sea. And going ahead, you can see that a few of the soft runners have already pit, and hence that is going to bring us up into where will it be? Where will it be? P4. And just a lap later, we pit. Sorry for these massive jump cuts, but I can't really help anything. We
Oh
have a
my
bit of a collision with
God, man.
Heisenberg. Almost sped into the
I
pit
was
lane.
over the speed.
But yeah,
was
I have
over
to do
the
these
speed
sort
when
of
you hit me.
jump cuts because nothing really interesting happened in the middle, and
I
everyone
was
about
over
to
the
elongate
speed
the
limit
video
when you
longer
hit
than
me,
it should
dude.
be. And yeah, this turning thing is a bit
Good.
funny.
You're joking. You are joking.
And now
I've been held. I've been held.
we got held up by
I've been held by
Assassin.
SSJ, man.
And
What is this game?
yeah, that
been
has
held by
definitely
SSJ.
cost us some time here
Dude, you remember?
in the pits, which are
It's
already
you
pretty
remember
long,
that
and you
clip
can
of
see
some racing getting held in the
how
pits
many
in Spa?
seconds is that? That's 42 seconds in the pits. That's how long this pit is. So it is understandable why I was frustrated. We've gone all the way down to
Same shit happened to
P11.
me. I just
Skipping
got
ahead just by a bit, you can see coming to the end of lap 6 because nothing happened. Street a bit, so we're back in the points, P10. And skipping ahead yet again to the end of this lap, you can see Turbochuk and Logesh. Actually, quite a few people have pits, so we're up into P8. That is, that's a pretty good position for us, I'd say. And now here's where the fun begins.
I broke, man. I broke. I cannot more.
I broke there because you can see Babaji in practice 2005. Kimi, a big Kimi fan here. Kimi and Alonso fan. In P10 was hunting down Heisenberg, and essentially me and Heisenberg both would have lost the position to Babaji if we couldn't keep him behind. So I decided to give up my race because Swagger Turbo.
No.
And I have a bit of a moment that Heisenberg's actually getting quite close here, but not close enough. But as I was saying, Swagger Turbo is quite far ahead, and he's being carried in the slipstream of a coasted car, I believe. and hence why he's just pulling away. And you can see we have a lot of clean air in front of us, but we still cannot catch because we can't beat Slipstream and DRS. So
See, Baba's gotten so much closer nowadays.
you can, because you hear me say Baba's gotten closer, because Baba has gotten closer, only a few tenths separating Heisenberg and Baba now. And if Baba gets past Heisenberg, he's gonna swallow me up as well, because I do not have as much space and controller to defend. I can try and defend,
Last till the end of the race.
but I seriously cannot attack. So that is what is going to cost me here. So that is why I have slowed down, as I mentioned, to give Heisenberg the DRS to help him out, to help him stay ahead. And you can see on the top left of your screen that Baba
There's an amazing battle
had
here
a
going on.
bad sector 1, but he has gotten very, very close to Heisenberg, only about 2 to 3 tenths separating the both of them as we go into Maggots and Beckets. And you can see only it's still down to a tenth between Heisenberg and Babaji. And yeah, this is why I slowed down to give Heisenberg the DRS, because at the end of the day, points are points, and of course, there are of course very, very faster drivers. There are, I just that's bad English, but there are much faster drivers compared to us, and the best we can do is work together and hold them off. And you can see Mahmood Kadmi also pits. Heisenberg and Babaji still very close. They're having a bit of a tussle, but nothing too serious. Mahmood Kadmi pits, so that's up into P7. Still a decent amount of points, but coming into here.
No. My game froze.
Our game froze, and
You're
that
joking,
means
man.
that we could be far, far behind Heisenberg, and we could definitely be out of points
My
here.
game froze. My game
As
froze.
coming into the rejoining bit, where we rejoin, where will we be as the red light goes away? It will be revealed to us. We are in P9, but Babaji, Tanish has caught up, but he has
man.
a 3-second time penalty. And at this point, Heisenberg did not have a 3-second time penalty, but you can see ABD behind us, a much faster driver than us, at least on a controller. While I'm on a controller, he's not faster than me when I'm on a wheel. But now our goal is to stay within that time penalty and not make any mistakes. And coming here, you can see Tanish gets 6 seconds. So that means we are going to get a guaranteed P7 as long as we do not make
Heisenberg, do you have any
any
penalties?
mistake. And now you're hearing that I'm
Heisenberg, do you have any penalties?
asking Heisenberg, who I had been working with, if he has
Okay.
any time penalties.
At
And
least
at this
P7
point, he
then,
did
at
not
least
have
P7.
Let me say at least P7, because could have easily got to P7 now. Swagger Turbo made a bit of a mistake.
Then
actually,
don't
no.
let your dreams
He
be
also
dreams.
got disconnected. He's come back into P8, however. He was in P5, I believe, and you can see Heisenberg had made a mistake,
Heisenberg.
and oh, he's had another moment, but it's too late for a safety car now. But this means we can get a guaranteed P6 here at least. But if you look right behind us, there is Logesh and Assassin who are catching up to us. Logesh is right behind us. As a matter of fact,
Sagar.
he does have time penalty, but we are not as fast as Logesh. He's much faster than us. And you can see almost having some contact. Very good battles here though from me and Logesh. Very clean driving from both of us as well. But this is crucial. 2 laps to go. The tires were absolutely
Swagger.
dead at this point. The front tires at
Arey,
least
nahi,
were on
nahi.
about
नहीं, नहीं, नहीं,
98,
मतलब
99
penalty
degrees.
कितने इसके
Logesh
पास,
with the
मतलब क्या
DRS is sent it down the inside. I have to concede the position. A bit of a wheel
बहुत.
banging here, but no damage luckily. And this fighting, you can see that has pulled in Assassin by quite a bit, and it's not helping us
Hard
out
to say.
either, because we've lost a second to Baba G, and that means we
Exactly.
might
completely
end up
ruined the tires, man.
losing out on on
Almost
another
50.
position here, because of the fighting, the amount of time it's making us lose. Because now Assassin's caught up, and now it's a 3-way battle for P7, at least on track, and that is still counting if I do
Logesh is
not
not
make any
helping it,
mistakes.
man.
And that is very
Logesh को
crucial
क्या है यार?
that I do not make any mistakes, because if I make a mistake, it's all over. I will be out of the points. If you look at the mini map on the bottom left, there's a big train of cars behind us. You can see I've helped out Assassin a bit here, but Assassin almost
Why are you
sending it
attempting
into
an
the long right-hander.
Why are you attempting an Ashreda? Why are you attempting an Ashreda?
That's a reference that only the IRC members would get, but yeah, Assassin yet again, very, very close. But yeah, now coming into the last corner and into the last lap, Assassin and Logesh, both much faster than me, both have lesser wear on their tires as well. So they are much faster compared to me, but I'm trying to hold on with whatever I can get. And as you can see, I've lost yet another second to Babaji in the fights because of the fighting. So now I could lose if we continuously fight throughout the next couple of corners. I could fully lose that potential P6 position, setting the best first sector from us despite being on almost 50% worn out tires. Actually, at this point we were on 52% worn out tires or something along those lines. You can see Assassin's caught up yet again. He's had a much better exit.
Let's not do this. Let's not do a Hamilton.
Yep, and I was saying let's not do a Hamilton. Stan was saying he's going to do one here, but luckily this wasn't close enough to do so. Going into Maggots and Beckett's though. This could be close.
No,
Are we
Hamilton
going
never
to
did
get tapped on the rear? Are we going to lose it by ourselves? Rissel wins the race. Congratulations to Rissel for that. But Dan has DRS now. So does Logesh. We could get double overtaken here. And if we make another mistake after that, it could be wraps for us. Dan has sent it. Logesh gets blocked by me because I was stuck to my line. Dan does not have a front right end plate.
Oh, you don't have
What can I do here? Assassin makes a bit of a mistake. Cannot accelerate. I hit him on the rear and gets pushed off wide. Still more wheel banging. Where will I end up now? P6 still.
P6, come on.
Woof. That was...
Dude, it didn't have a wing.
Yet again, sorry for all of the jump cuts, but really there was periods of nothing happening in the middle, and then
P6,
long periods like this where a lot was happening. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. The next few rounds will be uploaded fairly shortly. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, check out my Instagram if you want. Check out the Twitch link if you want to see this set of races live, as I've just seen what happened on the screen. But yeah, if you want to see these races live, then make sure to check out the Twitch link in the description. And the next round is Canada, I can confirm. And oh, trust me, you will want to watch the next round with the amount of stuff that happens in there. You're absolutely going to enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it because I was trying, but you're going to enjoy it as a viewer. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the Twitch and Instagram yet again in the description. And make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. Let's see where we can reach after the short stint of the F2 mini championship in terms of subscribers and stuff. Because it did end up actually getting more views and subscribers despite not uploading for over a year. So thank you for everyone who has. But that is it from me, guys, at least today. I will get back to you guys with round 2 of this F2 mini championship later. Have a good rest of your day, and bye bye.